next few slides would distinguish recurrent state, absorbing state, and a transient state. So in layman's term, it's easier to understand it this way. So focus your attention here. Okay, a recurrent state. So take note in our example, you have three possible states that a customer can be in. A customer can be in station A, can be in gas station B, or service station C. Okay, so those are the three states, and there are transitions, movement from A to A to B, A to C, and so on. Okay, now what is a recurrent state? A recurrent state means that once you are in a particular state and you leave that state, you can go back to it. Okay, there is a probability that you will go back to it. Okay, so again, recurrent state simply means that you are in a particular state, and if you leave it, okay, so you are in state I. If you leave state I and you go to some other state, there will be a strict probability that you are going to be able to return back to state I. Okay, that's a recurrent state. Okay. Now, an absorbing state, on the other hand, is a special case of the recurrent state. Okay, so it simply means that once you are in a state, once you enter this particular state, you cannot leave it anymore. Okay, in recurrent state, once you are or once you enter that state and you leave it, you will go back to that state. For absorbing state, once you enter that state, you are not going to leave that state anymore. Kaya absorbing, ma-absorb ka na sa state na yon. Ibig sabihin, yung probability from that state to that state is 100%. Hindi ka nalalabas. Okay, yun ang ibig sabihin ng absorbing state. You will see examples of absorbing state later on. Okay, and finally, for transient states, okay, for transient states, it simply means that transient, no? Dadaanan mo yung state na yon. Once you pass through that state and you leave that state, you will not go back to that state anymore. Dinaanan mo lang. Okay? So, it is possible that you come from state I and then you go to state J. Okay? You pass through that state. Okay? But you are not going to be able to go back to that state again. Okay? So, once you pass through that state and then you leave, you cannot and you will not go back to that state anymore. Okay, so earlier I mentioned that there are two types of Markov chains that we will be studying or that we'll be dealing with in this topic. Okay, one is an ergodic Markov chain, which is the example that I presented earlier. Okay, yung gas station, A, B, and C. Okay, so for an ergodic Markov chain, okay, the states that you have are all recurrent states. Okay, so ulitin ko ha. I will just encircle this. If you have recurrent states in your transition matrix, okay, if you have recurrent states in your transition matrix, then you have what you call an ergodic Markov chain. Okay? Ibig sabihin, the transition from state to state is irreducible. No? Ibig sabihin, there is a connection, there is a communication between and among all the states in your transition matrix. You can reach A, you can reach B from A, you can reach C from A, you can go back to A, etc. Okay, so if there's communication among all your states, then whether direct or indirect communication, then you have recurrent state and you have an ergodic Markov chain. And a special feature, as I've said earlier, of the ergodic Markov chain is that you are able to calculate steady state or long-term probabilities. Just like in the market share of station A, B, and C, sabi ko sa inyo, eventually, yung rate of increase sa C at yung rate of decrease sa A and B eventually will become zero. Okay? And therefore, eventually, they will reach steady state. Yun yung special characteristic ng ergodic Markov chains. Whereas, if you have a Markov chain naman, a transition matrix consisting of absorbing and recurrent states. Okay, combination of absorbing and recurrent. Then it means that you have what you call an absorbing Markov chain. Okay, you have an absorbing Markov chain. So it's natural. Transient means dadaanan mo lang, hindi mo na babalikan pag nadaanan mo. Bakit hindi mo na babalikan? Kasi at some point, mapupunta ka sa isang state na ma-absorb ka na. Kaya hindi ka na makakabalik doon sa previous state mo. Kaya kailangan combination of transient and absorbing state for a Markov chain to be absorbing. So just so that you'll have an example of the different types of states. Let's have this transition matrix now as an example. So you will see that you have 5 states, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then of course this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so you will see that if you actually draw the diagram for this one, you will see that state 0 will go back to itself with a 1/4 probability, and state 0 will go to state 1 with a 3/4 probability. Okay, so to help you see clearly, okay, let us try to draw the diagram. No? Maybe we can have it here, 0 and then 1. So there's a communication between 0 and 1. So from 0 to 1, there's the probability. And then from 1 to 0, there's also a probability. And from 0 to itself, there's a probability. That's 1/4. From 1 to 1, there's also a probability. That's 1 to 1. That's 1/2. And yung 0 to 1 is 3/4. And yung 1 to 0, 1 to 0 is 1/2. Okay? You will see that there seems to be a disconnection, no? Kasi the next one is that your 4 can actually go to 0. So you can actually have state 4 coming here. State 4, okay, entering 0 with a 100% probability. Okay, state 4 entering 0 with a 100% probability. And then 2 and 3, okay, 2 and 3 are a bit isolated, no? So here we have 2, and then here we have 3, okay? So 2 has a probability of going back to itself with a 100% probability here. And then 3 can go to 2, so there's a connection here. 3 can go to 2 with a 1/3 probability. And 3 can go back to itself with a 2/3 probability. Okay, so in this example, you will see that state 2 can recur, but it is an absorbing state. Okay, state 3, on the other hand, okay, is what we call as a transient state. Why? Because once it leaves state 3, there is that positive probability that it will never go back to state 3 again. So again, the movement possible from state 3 is 3 to itself. So you can repeat this movement for several transitions, no? 3 to 3, 3 to 3. But once it leaves, remember our definition for transient? Once you pass through this state and leave, you will not go back to this state anymore. So if you leave state 3 and go to state 2, it will now be absorbed in state 2. So you will never be able to go back to state 3 again. That's why we say that 3 is a transient state. In the same way, state 4, okay, once you are in state 4 and you leave state 4, you will see that once you leave state 4, then it will now be in 0, but when it is in state 0, it can only move back to state 0 or to state 1. So in other words, once you leave state 4, there is no chance at all that you can go back to state 4. Hence, we say that state 4 is also a transient state. So state 3 and 4 are both transient states. State 2 is an absorbing state, whereas state 0 and state 1 are recurring states, okay, or recurrent states. Okay, definition again of recurrent state: once you are in that state and you leave, you can go back to it. So if I leave 0, state 0, there is that probability that from state 1, okay, even if state 1 recurs over and over again, it will still be able to have a probability to leave state 1 and go back to state 0. Same thing with state 1. If it leaves state 1, there is that chance that it will go back to state 1. That's why state 1 and state 0 are called recurrent states. Okay, I hope that through this example, you're better able to understand what recurrent, transient, and absorbing states are. Okay, but as I said earlier, when you have a transition matrix, you cannot have all the different states in one transition matrix. Okay, so it is just, there are only two possibilities. Your transition matrix consists of all recurrent states, or your transition matrix consists of a combination of transient and absorbing states, but never all three at the same time.